In video 1, we spoke about whether asphalt maintenance was the right career for you. In video 2, we spoke about whether or not there's in-demand work for you in your area. Next, we're talking about how you can actually get started. And this is really the exciting part for me, because getting started is actually a lot easier than what most people think, especially when you have companies like ours that are here along the way with your journey, here by your side, and ultimately that pavement guru on your shoulder to guide you through the process of starting your very own asphalt maintenance company. So when you're first starting out, you have a couple of different options. One option is you can go the route where it's inexpensive entry, meaning you could go to the hardware store just like I told you about in video number 1. I went to the hardware store, bought 5-gallon pails, brushes and squeegees and hand bottles to fill cracks and so on and so forth. It's an inexpensive entry point, and at that point I didn't have the capital to invest into, high-grade equipment and supplies. But what I did was, I started at the bottom, worked my way up, reinvested into the company, and continuously added commercial grade equipment that allowed me to be more efficient, effective, and productive, where I was maximizing my business even more. So here's 2 things. If you don't have the budget to get started with professional grade equipment like we have at asphaltkingdom.com, and you really want to just get going, what I recommend you do is you get out and you start knocking on doors and selling some jobs, and then using 5-gallon pails and squeegees and brushes to be able to get your foot in the door and start building your business. Now, if you do have professional grade equipment budgets where you have, let's say, $5,000 or $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 to invest into your business, you'll be on a much faster track to building your financial freedom with building your own company. So if you do have that budget, please do invest into professional grade equipment to ultimately get you started off on the right foot. Okay, so either you can't afford the professional or you can afford the professional grade equipment. That's a wise split that you need to determine with your budget that you currently have. Either way you can get started. One way, you're more productive, you're gonna be faster track to success. The other way, you'll still build success, but it's just gonna take longer, right? So the next thing you wanna do is you wanna make sure you have some jobs lined up. We spoke about that a little bit earlier. Having jobs lined up means that you're already setting the table for your success. You see, a lot of people sit there and they wait and they think and they ponder, and their thoughts and ideas tend to go to mush. In our world, what we do is we stay dedicated and determined with the objective at hand, which is to build a successful business. And how do you do that? It's by getting up and taking action, by knocking on doors, by giving proposals out, by making phone calls and starting to line your jobs up. And you see, you can even line your jobs up before you even get your equipment. So you can go out and sell and market and then get those jobs signed and sealed, and then you can deliver the services once you do have the equipment in place. We even have some customers that actually end up lining up a bunch of jobs, taking deposits on those jobs, or investing those deposits into the equipment and supplies to actually go complete those jobs. Imagine that. No money out of pocket to even get started. We also have a marketing package that includes all the template flyers, the brochures, the sorry we missed you door hangers, and the things that you need to start closing deals right now. You want to also make sure that you have a business plan that's lined up, you see. A business plan will allow you to have a plan and objective with financial goals that you're setting for yourself that will ultimately yield the win. We want to make sure we're setting realistic goals associated with that business plan. And the reason for that is a lot of people set extreme marathon goals that are really, really hard to sometimes achieve. And when you set those goals that are hard to achieve and you don't reach your goal, it doesn't feel very good mentally. It drives you down, bogs you down. Whereas if we set sprint goals that actually are achievable, which we can help you set up, then you're starting to achieve wins. And the more small wins that you have, the faster you're going to get to your ultimate win of building a successful company. You also want to make sure that your local regulations in your neighborhood, for example, if you need solicitation permits to knock on doors, you want to make sure to speak with town hall and speak with your municipality to determine that you truly can go soliciting, knocking on doors. Usually you need a permit where you essentially have a name tag around your neck with your company name. You want to also dress very professionally, branded, so that nobody is wondering who you are when you knock on that door, right? We'll help you with that as well. You'll also want to make sure that you set up your insurance. You see, in every company you want to have vehicle insurance, but you also want to have liability insurance. Let's say that you're going out to seal coat a job and you happen to run over your hose and the sealer sprays all over a car, let's just say, or a house. You want to make sure that that liability insurance is in place so that you ultimately are protected as you're building this financial freedom for yourself. Next, you want to make sure that you have an accounting platform that's set up. Generally, people are using Xero or QuickBooks, and that accounting platform allows you to really keep all of your customer data, costing, and also any receivables, any money owed, etc. That allows you to keep track of your business in a financial sense. Next, we're going to talk about taking the leap for the best equipment to buy, and that's really exciting for the next big move in your journey in building your financial freedom with your business.